Prince Andrew is demanding a trial by jury and has formally denied all the allegations against him as he gave a court in New York his official response to allegations of sexual assault. Virginia Giuffre accuses the Duke of York of forcing her to have sex more than 2 decades ago at the London home of the convicted sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell. The 11-page document sets out the Duke's detailed response, strongly denying that he abused Miss Giuffre when she was 17. Our royal correspondent Nicholas Witchell has more details.
Across 11 pages, Andrew's lawyers have set out his defence. A denial of the central allegation of sexual abuse made by Virginia Giuffre, and an assertion in respect of others that Andrew lacks sufficient information to either admit or deny what's been claimed. He says, for example, in relation to the widely publicised picture of the two of them, that he doesn't have enough information to admit or deny that there exists photographic evidence of his alleged meeting with Miss Giuffre. Elsewhere, his lawyers assert that Virginia Giuffre's civil complaint should be dismissed because she's a permanent resident of Australia and not domiciled in the United States. And they say this: Giuffre's alleged causes of action are barred, in whole or in part, by her own wrongful conduct. Finally, they demand this: Prince Andrew hereby demands a trial by jury on all causes of action asserted in the complaint. All of which suggests that Andrew is determined to fight it out in court, though lawyers say this doesn't preclude an out-of-court settlement.
You can certainly have a settlement further down the road, and it wouldn't shock me at all between now and a trial to see something like that happen. And sometimes, though, there are cases where no amount of money will make them go away. There are times when, again, a victim wants their day in court.
And that certainly seems to be Virginia Giuffre's intention. Her lawyer has said they look forward to confronting Prince Andrew with his denials and his attempts to blame Miss Giuffre for her own abuse at the trial. Nicholas Witchell, BBC News.
Well, let's go live to New York and our correspondent there, Nada Tawfik. Nada, you've looked at this document. What does it tell us about the likely strategy in defence?
Well, it was no real surprise how Prince Andrew's legal team would respond to the overall allegations. They denied them strongly. What is notable, though, is how they deal with 2 pieces of evidence listed in the complaint against him. First, that notorious photo of Prince Andrew with his arms around Virginia Giuffre with his friend Ghislaine Maxwell in the background. And the second, an email from 2015 that Prince Andrew allegedly wrote to Maxwell, now a convicted sex offender, asking if they could talk because he had questions about Virginia Giuffre. Now, his lawyers responded that they did not have enough evidence to deny or admit the existence of those, and that signals that they're leaving the door open for a strategy on how to deal with those 2 matters. Now, also in this document, Prince Andrew's legal team lists nearly a dozen lines of defense. One of them known as the doctrine of unclean hands. What we heard there in the package, where they say that Virginia Giuffre is barred from suing because she allegedly has her own wrongful conduct. Now remember, she has admitted in the past to recruiting young girls for Epstein, though she said she did that under duress. And in response, her lawyer has said that Prince Andrew's legal team is here trying to blame the victim, and they look forward to confronting him.
Nada, many thanks for the latest there in New York. Nada Tawfik, our correspondent there.